So I finished watching Schitt's Creek. To be precise, I watched the first episode of the first series, and then I watched the all episodes in series six, the final episode. And as you know, Schitt's Creek swept the primetime Emmy awards, and my judgment is, well, it deserves that. I mean, it's a brilliant comedy series, and for me, the main charm is about the characters, main characters, the father, mother, daughter, son. These characters are so addictive. You know, of course, the situation is really interesting. I mean, rich family, celebrities losing all their money and moving to shabby motels in the middle of nowhere. And, this is a really interesting setting for comedy, right? But having said that, the main characters are really, really addictive. And the personalities are so convincing. So that, it's no wonder that these actors won all the categories. Main actor, main actress, supporting actress, supporting actor in the primetime Emmy. I mean, because their acting are so superb. You're convinced that there are actually these people. And, because of their eccentric charm, you feel as if you want to keep watching these people forever. Because they're so fascinating to watch. Dan and Eugene Levy did a superb job in conceiving the series and writing it. And Kevin O'Hara, what can I say? When she plays this eccentric character, Moira, who is, a larger than life actress, and it's so brilliant. And Alex is played by Annie Murphy. She's her mannerisms. It's so. The God is in the details. I mean, so the way these four characters played the Rose family. Oh, what can I say? So eccentric, so ad hoc, so idiosyncratic, but yet so warmly human. I actually Canada was the first foreign country that I visited when I was 15. I went to Vancouver, so my idea of North America actually started from Canada, and then of course, I went to the United States, and having going to the United States and Canada ever since. But when you compare these two nations, they are neighbors, right? They are both North American. They both speak English. Well, some people do speak French, but the difference between these two countries are really interesting. And for me, the Canadian approach, if you look at Cirque du Soleil or the comedy series Just for Laughs, I think Canadians tend to approach humanity in a more, should I say, kind and embracing way. I'm not saying that the American way is more calculating. I'm not saying that, but in the U.S., you would say how much a person is worth, or how successful he or she might be, and these judgments. It's harsh. It's capitalism, and that's the United States. But in Canada, people can be taken as they are, with their defects and peculiarities, and so Schitt's Creek was produced by CBC, and which was great because you do feel this Canadian touch when you watch Schitt's Creek. And what is really wonderful is that the primetime Emmys gave the Schitt's Creek show all these prizes. Isn't that wonderful? So it shows that there's something universal, overcoming all these differences between nationalities, Canada and the United States. So this series makes you believe in humanity again. I think in this era of you know alternative facts and fake news and so on. I heard that many people in the pansexual community. I mean, all the spectrum in sexuality. They felt so relieved by the portrayal of the character David, played excellently by Dan Levy. I mean, I think that was probably the single most important achievements of this show, if not the only achievement. I mean, David, it's so convincing. I mean, you feel as if there's this character. When you say that, I mean, every character in Schitt's Creek is convincing. The mayor, Mr. Schitt, he's so unreliable, and but he's such a nice person. And Stevie, wow, I really love the character of Stevie. So reliant, so honest, and so every character in Schitt's Creek is convincing. But as I said, David, played by Dan Levy, I think did a really great service to people of different sexual orientations, in that the show didn't treat David as somebody, out of the ordinary. I mean, it was, everything was so natural and everything was so warm. So, in all, I think Schitt's Creek was a really great show to watch, and it was so humane, and it's a really great celebration of humanity when, some of us might have been feeling less and less convinced about the universal value of being human. At this time of great difficulties, Schitt's Creek was a great tribute to all of us humans. So here's to all the people who were involved in the making of this great show, and congratulations.